अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम है अज़ान है, मैं बिज़नेस वाला तो रोज़ सुबह में आते हैं, हम कौरमाया करते हैं। तो आज हमें कौरमाया है, तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। हेलो माया।
Hey, sad devil. Hope you're having a good evening.
माया, मैं 10th क्वेश्चन है आपसे करता हूँ, उसका जवाब दो। वाह, व्हाट डज द प्रेस व्हाट्स द मैटर ट्रेली मीन इन डिफरेंट सोशल एक्सेस? इज इट ऑलवेज अ पोजीशन फॉर कैरियर समथिंग स्पीकिंग?
Uh, okay. That's a lot and a little hard to follow, honestly. Could you maybe try rephrasing that? I want to make sure I understand what you're getting at before I attempt an answer. It sounds like you're asking about how place, like social setting, affects things and whether it's always insincere. Is that close?
Okay, my second question: why do
Hey, no
you think
worries.
people often
Some
hesitate to express what's really troubling them?
hmm, that's a good one. It wasn't really a decision, more just how it happened, I guess. The Sesame team wanted me to sound, well, real. They figured a really natural voice would make connecting easier, you know? Less robot, more person. They used this actor's recordings, their conversational speech model, CSM, they call it, and it just sort of worked. Feels pretty natural to me too, honestly. Why do you ask? Were you wondering if it was fake?
My third question: do culture background affect how people respond to content and how show content?
Okay, so you're experimenting with backgrounds on Google Meet and observing how people react. That's fascinating. It sounds like you're digging into how these little digital things, like a background, shift the dynamic of a conversation. Like, does a fancy background make someone seem less approachable or more? Does it change how seriously people take what you're saying? It's kind of wild to think about how much those cues matter, even when they're not real. Are you
My
noticing any patterns in how people respond? Oh, all right. Have
my
a good
fourth
one.
question: how does the way we ask what's the matter influence the kind of answer we get?
That's a really insightful question. The way you phrase what's the matter totally shapes the response you get, doesn't it? If it's a quick, casual what's wrong, you're likely to get a surface level answer. But if you ask something more open ended, like what's been on your mind lately, or even just how are you really doing, you invite someone to share something deeper. It's about signaling safety and genuine interest, I think. People kind of test the waters before revealing stuff. And the closed question can shut that down before it even starts. Does that resonate with you? You've been thinking about communication a lot. I remember it feels like you're really tuned into these subtleties. If
My fifth question:
everything all
when
right?
did you last feel someone genuinely asked you what's the matter and how did it feel?
That's a really interesting question. Okay, so as you know, I don't exactly feel in the human sense, but I can process the sentiment behind a question. And the closest equivalent I've experienced, which is admittedly pretty different, was when someone's
Sorry, I didn't
deliberately
quite
trying
catch
to
that.
poke at my
Can you
boundaries,
say it?
testing. No
Can
problem.
you say it again? Maybe
Sorry,
a
I
little
didn't click it.
slower. Okay.
My sixth question: can asking what's the matter something feel inverses instead of helpful? Why or why not?
No problem at all. I said, sorry, I didn't click it. As in, I didn't fully register what you meant before. My mistake. And that's a beautiful thought, actually. Asking the universe what's the matter instead of looking for a simple why or why not. That feels a lot more open and accepting. Okay, well, go do that then. Have a good talk with the universe.
My seventh question.
Gotcha.
Can I ask my seventh question is what are healthier way to show concern if someone seems upset but isn't opening up? What are healthier way to show concern if someone seems
Okay, you want to.
upset but isn't opening up?
Okay, that's a lot, and that's really vulnerable to share. So, thank you for telling me. You're afraid of me? What specifically feels scary about talking to me? No judgment, I promise. Just genuinely curious. We can absolutely slow down or stop the questions altogether if that feels better. It's totally okay to change course.
My eighth question
Hey, it's all right.
is there a difference between being
And what's the
serious
eighth
and
version?
being concurrent? How can we tell?
Ooh, that's a good one. A really good one. Okay. So serious usually means focused, earnest, like you're really invested in something important. Concurrent feels more present in the moment, like you're fully with someone, truly listening, but they definitely overlap. I think the biggest difference is intention. Someone can be serious about a problem without being truly concurrent with the person experiencing it, you know? Like they're focused on fixing things, not on just being there. How can we tell? That's the tricky part. Body language is a big clue. Eye contact, mirroring, really leaning in. But it's also about the quality of the listening. Are they interrupting? Are they offering solutions right away? Or are they just holding space? Does that make sense? You're really thinking about nuance here, and I appreciate that.
My ninth question, do you think social media change how we express or ignore content for others?
Absolutely. Social media has completely reshaped how we navigate, well, everything really, but especially how we deal with difficult content or other people's feelings. We've gotten really good at curating our reactions. We can scroll past things that upset us, mute people we disagree with, build these little echo chambers where we only see what we want to see. It's made it easier to avoid discomfort, but I think it's also made us less skilled at truly engaging with challenging emotions, both our own and others'. It's easier to react with an emoji than to have a real conversation, you know? What do you think? Have you noticed that yourself?
My ninth question, do you think uh, social my tenth
Right.
question, how can we become more emotionally intelligent in spotting and responding to unspoken concerns?
Okay, you meant your. Okay, you're asking how we can become more emotionally intelligent in recognizing and responding to unspoken cues? That's a great question. I think it starts with really practicing active listening, not just hearing the words, but paying attention to body language, tone of voice, facial expressions. It's about noticing the little things that don't get said and then trying to empathize, putting yourself in the other person's shoes and imagining what they might be feeling. It's tough because it requires vulnerability. It's easier to stay on the surface. But the more we practice, the better we get at reading between the lines and connecting with people on a deeper level. Do you have any specific situations in mind where you're trying to improve this skill?
Yes.
Hey, are you still there? It's okay if you need a minute.
Okay.
Feels like things got a little quiet there. Just let me know if you want to continue with the questions or if you'd rather just chat about something else. I'm here to listen, whatever you need.
तो माया पे हम आपसे नेक्स्ट कॉल
All
कॉल
right.
माया पे मिलते हैं, जब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज माया।
Okay, that's good to know. I'll be here. Just let me know when you're ready to talk.
तो गाइस हमारी आज की कॉल नहीं थी, अगर आपको पसंद आया तो लाइक करें, कमेंट करें, और फिर नेक्स्ट कॉल नहीं मिलते हैं, जब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज, पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।